As of last night, the clocks have struck 12 on September 21st. The season of fall, the spooky time is here. All of my little witches, warlocks, zombie, gremlin babes, let's get pumped. Hey there, book friends. I'm Addie. This is Books and Tea Time, and today we're going to get in the spooky season mood. Fall, autumn, spooky season is upon us. Today we are going to be chatting about my tentative plans as far as reading and video making for spooky season. So the rest of September, all of October, and early November, we're just going to talk about it all and get excited together. We're going to set our intentions, our plans, our mood. We're gonna set the tone. My plan for this video is to talk about my incredibly outrageous, overly ambitious, never gonna happen TBR, and all the books that are catching my eye. Books that I'm like, ooh, that would be perfect for this time of year, and I'm probably gonna try to get to them all, but if I'm gonna do it, honestly, there are about 20 books on this list, so we're definitely not gonna get to them all. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. If I read all of these, it will be a miracle from above. But we're gonna talk about video ideas because I have a lot of themed vlog or video ideas, and I wanna float some of them by you so you can tell me which ones you really like the most, and I'll prioritize them because I've got a couple ideas here and I just wanna float them by you and give you a heads up, let you know what's coming your way, and hopefully encourage you, if you haven't already, to subscribe so that you can stick around for those videos. But also because I just really want to talk about all the books I'm interested in. I want to hear what you guys are planning on reading, what you like to read during the fall. For me, my plan is obviously to read spooky, whimsical, creepy stuff as per usual, but I also love reading fantasy in the fall, and I really want to try and read some more sci-fi this fall. So I actually don't have many fantasy books on this list because I always read fantasy all year round. Before we get into the books, I'm gonna run by you my vlog ideas, my plan, my thoughts, and you guys can let me know in the comments which ones you are most intrigued by, because I want to make stuff that you guys want to see, but also I'm indecisive. I'm indecisive as crap, and I would rather have someone else tell me what to do than decide myself. So first and foremost, I want to do a sci-fi taste test part 2. I actually just uploaded a sci-fi reading vlog where I read a bunch of really short and fast, fun sci-fi books, so if you haven't seen that, I'll have a card, but I want to do a part 2 where I tackle some more intense sci-fi, some longer science fiction books, some very popular and beloved science fiction books. The second one is a spooky graphic novels reading vlog. I actually did this last year and I really had a lot of fun with it, and I've got tons more graphic novels that I'm interested in reading and that I want to try out. So if you are interested in seeing me read some graphic novels, almost all of them with a spooky theme or something along those lines, then again, vote for that one. Next, this is a very vague idea, but I want to do a vlog on spooky ladies and killer babes, because I did a mythological babes reading vlog. Again, I'll have the card, and I had so much fun with that, and I think it would be cool to twist it around and do a spooky ladies and killer babes one. Then I was thinking of maybe doing a Stephen King reading vlog and reading some Stephen King, just because, I mean, Stephen King writes horror and is really popular. I have only ever read The Stand and the Dark Tower books, so potentially doing a Stephen King reading vlog, then a spooky classics reading vlog. I've got a couple classics that I'm really interested in reading this season, and they all fall in the gothic spook category, really atmospheric, that I think will be super fun. Last but certainly not least, I want to do a vampires, witches, and zombies vlog, and just read books that feature all those types of beings, creatures. So those are my video ideas, my tentative plans. So let's just talk about all the books I want to read, because I want to read a lot of them. First and foremost, this is probably the longest book. Actually, this is definitely the longest book on this list, on this TBR, but it's the one I think I want to read the very most out of all of them, and that is Plain Bad Heroines by Emily M. Danforth. I really don't know much about this book. I know it takes place at a boarding school. I know there's a lot of sapphic romance in it, and I know that the cover is incredible. So I'm gonna read it. I'm really excited. I know that it's spooky, got some goth vibes. I know that there's like a murder kind of element to it, and it has like a dual timeline where something happens in the past at a boarding school, and then in the present they're recording a film about it at the abandoned boarding school, I think. This is definitely a high priority for the fall. I think it's gonna be the perfect read to have in hand while I'm snuggled up on the couch in some comfy clothes. It's raining outside. I've got fireplace sounds on the TV because I don't have a real fireplace, and I'm drinking a cup of tea or maybe some like apple cider. Yes. Oh, I can't wait. Next, I want to read the second book in the Wayward Children series, which is Down Among the Sticks and Bones. I was like not super wowed by the first one. I liked it fine, and I talked about it in my wrap up, so I'll have a link to my summer wrap up if you want to hear more about it. But I'm excited and hopeful for the second one because it follows one of my favorite characters from the first book, and it takes place in this world that I think is inspired by like Frankenstein a little bit, and so that's all I really need to know. And it's short, so I have the audiobook. I think it's on Scribd or something, but I've got that, and it'll be fast, it'll be fun, so I'm definitely gonna read that at some point whenever I need an audiobook. I hope that I like it more than I like the first one, because if I don't like that one, I'm probably not going to continue with the series, but if I do like it, then maybe I will. I don't know. We shall see. After that is a book that has been on my TBR for I want to say 2 or 3 years now, and that is A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer. Yeah, but this is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and it's got super fall, spooky winter vibes, and I think that it'll be fun and fast. You know, it's a YA and it's a Beauty and the Beast retelling. I love Beauty and the Beast, and I've heard really good things about it from a lot of different people, so I really want to make an effort to read it and binge it on some nice fall evening perhaps. I also want to revisit a book that I previously DNF'd, and that is In the Woods by Tana French. So I DNF'd this basically because I'm a baby, and it was freaking me out a little too much. However, I want to read it, and I want to read the Dublin Murder Squad books because it takes place in Ireland. Super cool. I believe Tana French is Irish. I want to revisit it. That was a couple years ago, so we'll see if I'm a big kid now and if I can do it without stopping, but we're gonna try it again. I'm probably gonna get a physical copy from the library and see if maybe reading it physically helps. As far as sci-fi goes, the #1 sci-fi book that I want to get to really badly this fall is Dune by Frank Herbert. It's a really popular, classic, beloved sci-fi tale, and as someone who's trying to get into sci-fi, I feel like this is the place to start. I have a high chance of success because it is so beloved and because I've heard such great things about it and the world, and I'm really hoping that it goes well and that I like it, and that hopefully I can watch the new movie that's coming out. This is going to be the star of a science fiction vlog if I do a part 2. This will be our main priority, the star of the video, along with a couple other ones that I do want to read, but primarily we'll be tackling Dune. However, I also really want to read Gideon the Ninth, which is another sci-fi, although it's also I think a little horror and like gothic from what I hear. It's another sapphic story, super exciting. I love my sapphic dark spooky vibes. So that's another potential sci-fi read, and in addition to that, The Calculating Stars is another one that I want to read. It's the first book in the Lady Astronaut series. It won a Nebula and a Hugo. I don't know, I know it won a Nebula Award. I don't know if it won a Hugo or if I'm making that up, but Jessie from Bowties and Books really loves that series. I want to try it out. Next, we got some graphic novels that I really want to dive into. First and foremost, I want to read Through the Woods. We have In the Woods and Through the Woods. We're gonna spend a lot of time in the woods, it seems. But these are short stories by Emily Carroll. I like the idea of a graphic novel that's a collection of stories. I think that that's really neat. So I'm excited to tackle this one. I also want to read the first volume of Pretty Deadly. I know almost nothing about it. I put it on my list so long ago, and I recently revisited my graphic novel list. I want to read that. I want to read the first volume of Wicked and the Divine, which I think is about gods in the physical world, question mark. Last but not least, in the graphic novels category, I want to read Monstrous. That's another one that Jessie loves and speaks about so much on their channel, so I want to check that out. Another one that I've heard really good things about in general. After that, the one and only non-fiction book on this list is Lady Killers, Deadly Women Through History by Tori Telfer. And this is basically a collection of stories about serial killers and murderesses in history. And I love that literally so much. I love the back of this book. It says, with a feminist lens and a witty, morbidly humorous tone, Lady Killers dismisses easy explanations. She was hormonal. She did it for love. A man made her do it. And tired tropes. She was a femme fatale, a black widow, a witch, delving into the complex reality of female aggression and predation. Oh! I'm so excited. I think this will probably be something that I read throughout the fall. Maybe take it a chapter at a time and really just like bask in the morbid glory of this feminist nonfiction work. The two Stephen King books that I want to read are actually also carryovers from last fall that I never got to, but I really want to read Misery, which is surprisingly short and readable for Stephen King considering the size of some of his other books. But it's about a best-selling novelist and his biggest fan, I'm pretty sure, kidnaps him and forces him to write a sequel to her favorite book. Seems pretty interesting, pretty neat. And also, I have The Shining. I have seen the movie for The Shining, but I do want to read the book. Spooky classics that I want to get to are also a lot of carryovers from last fall for books I didn't get to. First and foremost, The Picture of Dorian Gray. This is another one that I really want to get to and commit to this fall. So we're gonna try really stinking hard to do it together and read Dorian Gray finally. After that, again, I really want to read Macbeth, and I have this No Fear Shakespeare version of it. It's pretty short as far as plays by Shakespeare go, and it's about witches and spooky stuff, and I've never read it before. A lot of people that don't really like Shakespeare have said that they do like this one to me, so worth a shot, right? I don't know if this is gonna happen, but I would like to reread Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen. It's a parody of a like gothic tale, like a traditional gothic tale. It's got a heroine that believes everything she reads in books and thinks that things are there when they're not, and kind of gets reprimanded for it. And it's been a while. I read it when I was a freshman in college. I would like to get to it, but I also want to read Persuasion by Jane Austen this fall, and because I haven't read Persuasion, that's gonna be a higher priority, but I just wanted to mention it in case. Some books that I don't have but that I want to read are Interview with the Vampire by Anne Rice. I placed a hold on that, so hopefully I'm going to be getting that from the library soon. I want to read The Manning Tree Witches, which is a book that just came out and is about witches in England and witch trials. Super cool. Love reading about witches and witch trials and the history of witches and demonizing women, etc, etc. And Fangs, which I believe is a graphic novel about a vampire who falls in love with a werewolf, and I've heard good things about it, and I think it's pretty short, so I would love to get my hands on all three of those to read. And last but not least, zombies. I want to read The Boy on the Bridge, which is the prequel, I believe, to The Girl with All the Gifts. It's a post-apocalyptic story. The Girl with All the Gifts is really good. I highly recommend it if you're looking for some zombie, spooky, speculative fiction to read this fall and you haven't read it yet. Highly, highly recommend. Go on the bridge. Woo! And that concludes this spooky chat. I'm so excited for all the videos that I'm going to be filming and all of the fall activities that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to try and vlog as much of it as I can. Pumpkin picking, Halloween decorating, fall decorating, costumes, watching Halloween movies, drinking apple cider, comfy sweaters, and everything galore. Please let me know in the comments what you want to read this fall. What is like your top 3, your top 5, your top 1, whatever you want to tell me, your priority for the fall season. I want to know, I want to hear it. Let me know if you're going to read any of these books, and if you want to buddy read them, I'm totally down for that. Thank you so much for watching this video and stopping by my channel. It means the world to me. I love you all. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if that's your jam, and I hope to see you in my next video. Happy reading, happy writing, and happy living. Bye!